Once upon a time, in a small, quiet village nestled between green hills, there lived a cat named Oliver. Oliver was not an ordinary cat. He had a coat of the softest gray fur, and his eyes shone a bright, piercing yellow, like two lanterns in the dark. But Oliver had a heavy heart, and no one in the village could understand why. From the moment he was a kitten, Oliver had known a life of solitude. His mother, a gentle cat with golden fur, had died when he was only a few weeks old, leaving him to fend for himself. The villagers, busy with their daily tasks, didn't have time to care for the little kitten, and so he learned to live in the shadows. Oliver would often wander the village's cobblestone streets, searching for warmth and companionship, but he was always met with indifference. The children would run past him without noticing, the farmers would shoo him away, and the villagers, though kind-hearted, never seemed to see him. In the heart of the village, there stood a grand old oak tree. This was Oliver's favorite spot. He would climb the tree, curl up on its lowest branch, and stare out over the village. The oak tree, with its sturdy limbs and rustling leaves, was the only friend Oliver had. It never left him, never judged him, and always listened to his silent cries. One autumn afternoon, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the village, Oliver's heart grew heavy with longing. He watched as a family gathered in their yard, a warm fire crackling in the hearth. The children played with their dog, their laughter rising in the air like the sweet sound of a song. For the first time, Oliver felt a deep ache in his chest. Why could they have so much love, so much warmth, while he had only the cold comfort of his oak tree? Days turned into weeks, and Oliver continued his quiet existence. He roamed the village, sitting at windowsills, gazing at the families within, wishing for just a moment of companionship. There was a particular house on the edge of the village that always caught his attention. It was a modest cottage, its walls covered with ivy and its windows always glowing with light. Inside, there lived an elderly woman named Marjorie. She was known for her kindness and often left out bowls of milk for the strays. But Oliver, though hungry, never dared approach her. He was too shy, too afraid to disturb her peace. One cold winter's evening, as the first snow began to fall, Oliver's longing reached its peak. He stood outside Marjorie's cottage, watching her through the frosted window. She sat by the fire, knitting something with delicate, aged hands. A warm glow filled the room, but Oliver felt nothing but emptiness. The snow fell around him, cold and unfeeling. After what felt like an eternity, Oliver finally made up his mind.